140,000 units, and then next year it will, according to our projections, we believe the market will be around 240,000 units. Is that a drama? Is that a reason to panic? Is it? No, to our opinion, not. I think what we're seeing right now is we see that the market is correcting to a significantly normal model. My calculation was, if you look at the last 10 years, the average in the North American market is around 260, 265, 270 or something like that. So we will dive a little bit below that 10-year average, but it's a good level. Then of course it's up to us, right, as a manufacturer, to have a supply chain that adapts to that. And amongst you, by the way, the whole supply chain is, by the way, present here at the show. We know how to do that, and we can follow that. Strong market automatically leads then also to strong sales. So we're putting a record number of trucks on the market today. If you look at the shares then, because that's the relative performance, right? Market is one thing, share is relative performance, and we are growing share right now in Canada, and we are growing share in Mexico. And I know, 1.9 and 3.4, those are not the numbers you want to go home and show your wife or your mother or something like that, but it is important that we are in Mexico is a serious market, and I think it's about time that we shape up, and we are shaping up in that market. So good news in Mexico, good news in Canada. We're losing share in the US. That's not nice. Again, your mother doesn't want to hear that. However, at the same time, in the beginning of the year, we came slow to the market. We had some constraints in our delivery capacity, and we're catching up right now. We saw a very good July. We saw a very good August. There was a bit of a lull in September in our market share, but the outlook for Q4 is really good. And then of course, the market is growing. Ladies and gentlemen, I would have liked to show you better figures, but we're going there, and I think the outlook is really, really healthy going forward. All right. Not only is the market changing, I think we can be bold enough to say we are driving the change where it comes to connectivity, where it comes to automation, and where it comes to electromobility. And I would like to draw your attention to that arena in the middle there, which is called Connecting the Bigger Picture. I all invite you to go in there today, because that's what I call connectivity world. Connectivity world. If automation, connectivity, and electromobility come together, you get what you see in there. With us, it's not only about showing an autonomous truck. By the way, we don't show autonomous trucks, we sell autonomous solutions. We even have now Volvo Autonomous Solutions as a separate business area. We have Brunei, which is now live as a commercial undertaking. We have with DFDS, Vera is a commercial undertaking. It's not only showing, it's selling. But if it all comes together, then you connect the bigger picture. And that's what we want to we would like to show you there. Now, before I go to electromobility, first let's hold on connectivity. Because, and Martin mentioned 1 million connected assets, be that Volvo construction equipment machines, be that buses, be that trucks. By the way, of the trucks, of the 1 in a million, 560,000 of those are Volvo trucks worldwide. So how does it work in our home market? Well, in our home market, we have 200,000 connected Volvo trucks. And I think we can easily say here, because the whole stand is about connectivity, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I think we can easily say we lead the market in connectivity and uptime. And why do I say that? Because the figures speak for itself. And why is this so important? Because connectivity, and with the different offerings that we have, we drive uptime and we drive sustainability. And I've explained to you how that works with one example. Remote diagnostics allows us to predict when a certain component needs to be replaced. In other words, we can avoid that there is unplanned downtime, which basically means we'll send you to a dealer in time, and then the truck continues to drive. The same thing with over-the-air downloads. There's a lot of software in our trucks. You don't have to go to the dealership anymore. You go to, wherever you are loading or unloading, and you download the software update. That helps uptime. That drives customer success. We had a good dinner last night where we heard that once more. It drives customer success, but driving trucks also are good for the environment. You don't want stop and go, and you don't want stop and stay still. You want constant driving. It's good for the sustainability as well. And ladies and gentlemen, this is not just a PowerPoint presentation. We are walking the talk. Only in the last 6 months, we have added new components to remote diagnostic, right? So you start with some components that you can predict, but now we are predicting, we are increasing the scope of the number of components in the truck that we can follow on wear and tear, and then communicate with our customers to go in and do the necessary maintenance. We introduced over-the-air parameter plus. What that basically means is that simple. If you have a truck and you normally are in dry van operations, and then all of a sudden you would go into bulk, which can happen. You need a different gear shifting pattern in your I-shift. So basically what we can do, we can over the air, we can then change the program for your I-shift gearbox and have a better shifting pattern. Then we introduced a collaboration with Trimble on fleet management. We have a collaboration with SES on remote diagnostics through artificial intelligence. And we have new dynamic maintenance service, and we're now also working together with Geotab for electronic logging. Connectivity is not a PowerPoint slide. Connectivity is a tool that our customers are using, that we are seeing, which we are driving uptime. And ladies and gentlemen, again, we were talking about Sweden and the US. I am Dutch. I am not the modest man in the whole world, but I can tell you one thing: we are leading in this. We're leading in this area, and we are ready to take it to the next level. And if you ask me what is the next level, my next level is a higher level of customer success, customer satisfaction. Ultimately, what we want to do is we want to drive the success of our customers. If our customers are successful, then we are successful. And with the substantial investments that we have done in the market, with our connectivity, and with our, and I will talk about that shortly, our electric offering, we can drive that customer success. We can take it to the next level. We have been investing in our customers, ladies and gentlemen. I just came out of Romulus, Michigan, where we opened a new Volvo store with our M&K dealership. We saw less than a year ago the opening of VTNA, the Volvo store in Los Angeles. 98 bays, and most probably the largest store in the world. And we see these openings of these dealerships continuously. It means that our partners, our dealers, are very confident in the future. And it means also, because it is so important, because that's where it happens. Like selling the truck is one thing, but ultimately using it and making sure it is maintained and we drive the uptime, that happens at the customer interaction point, that happens in the dealerships. And I can easily say we have a dealership network right now that is on par with everybody else. We're a little bit of a young brand. I think we started in 1981 or something like that, but now we are on par with an American dealer network that is, can I use the word kick-ass? It's really good, and it's really, you can be proud of that. The product offering, I've been talking about that. Then let's talk about the Uptime Center, which you see there. The Uptime Center is basically the center where all this connectivity comes together. That's where we have all our people monitoring the trucks, taking the calls, making the calls, right? Old-fashioned customer contact center, you pick up the phone now we pick up the phone to call and go out and be proactive and be predictive. That's in our Uptime Center. And then our factory in New River Valley, where everything is produced. There we announced in June an investment of $400 million over the next 6 years, and we're going to create 770 jobs over there. And why? Because we believe in this market, and we believe in the whole setup that we have here for you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proudly assembled in the USA. And let me once more repeat what Martin said, we proudly assemble everything in the USA. Every truck that is sold, every Volvo truck that is sold in the US is put together by American families in the River Valley. 3,500 families alone work on the success of these trucks and our customers. One of the reasons, by the way, that we're doing investments in the River Valley is that we have a new child in the family, and it's electrifying to use the old Grease movie. We are going to, and we have announced already, VNR Electric. The VNR with a fully electric driveline that is now ready to go into the market. We have a cooperation with the state of California, with the California Air Resources Board, which is called the Lights Project. low impact, green, heavy transport solution.